Welcome back to my channel Kishore Sir Ki Pathshala. Students, we are doing carbon and its compounds 10 Cbse science. So last time we have seen what is a hydrocarbon methane. Also we have seen what is covalent bond. And we have seen how to write down few of the electron dot structures like sulfur. So today what we are going to see? Today we are going to see the versatile nature of carbon. Right? Versatile nature of carbon. So carbon has got the unique ability to form the bonds with other atoms of carbon, right? Giving rise to a large molecules. Okay. So this property is called as catenation. A very important property of carbon. What it has got the ability, it can form a bonds with other carbons as such, and a large molecules we can get. Okay, and this property of catenation is very important as such. Here you will see that, see here, your straight chain carbon is linked together. Alright, here you see the carbons are linked together like this. They are linked together in a straight line, and even if you can get a branched chains as such, because the tetravalency is the valency of carbon as such. All right. Okay. So these compounds may have a long chain of carbon. They may be branched chain of carbon, or even carbon atoms arranged in a ring. So they can be arranged in a ring also. In addition, carbon atoms may be linked by how single, double, or the triple bond. Okay. Carbon, you'll see single bond, it can be a double bond, or it can be a triple bond. It can be linked like this, a single bond, a double bond, or a triple bond, like that, right? Compounds of carbon which are linked by a single bond between the carbon are known as what? They are known as saturated compound, right? These are known as saturated compounds. Okay, these are the saturated compounds. And the compounds of carbon which have got what? Double bond or the triple bond. Double or the triple bond, these are known as unsaturated compound. So these are unsaturated compounds. So we have understood here now what is saturated and what is unsaturated compound. So, saturated compounds, when we have a single bond between a carbon and carbon. When we have a double bond or a triple bond between two carbons, that time it is an unsaturated carbon compounds. So versatile nature of carbon continues with the carbon has the valency of what? 4. Right. So it is capable of bonding with 4 other atoms of carbon or atoms of some other monovalent elements. Right. So carbon compounds of carbons are formed with what? With oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, and many other elements as such, giving rise to compounds with specific properties which depends on the elements other than the carbon present in the molecule. All right. Okay. So whichever other molecule is present, like we have got hydrogen present here, so we have got here hydrocarbons, right? So it depends on that. So if suppose we have got chlorine involved, right? So yeah, the property will depend on that. Again, the bonds that carbon forms with most of the elements are very strong, making these compounds exceptionally stable. And one reason for the formation of the strong bonds by carbon is its small size, right? This enables the nucleus to hold on to the shared pair of electrons. So the shared pair of electrons are hold on strongly. The bonds formed by the elements have bigger atoms are much weaker, right? So this was the versatile nature of carbon. So now let's try to find out the electron dot structure of ethane. We have already seen electron dot structure of the basic hydrocarbon, that is my methane. Today we are going to see electron dot structure of ethane. What is ethane? Ethane is nothing but it is two carbons are involved, so it is C2 and H6. Right, it is C2H6 is my what? is my ethane. Let us try to find out how to write down electron dot structure of ethane. The first step, what we need to do, the first step is to link the carbon atoms together with a single bond. So we know that how many carbons are there? 2 carbon. So what we'll do, here you'll see a single bond we will put between them. Right, here it is, a single bond will put. Right, then what we'll do, then the 3 valencies of each carbon atom remains unsatisfied here. Right, so if I have this, then see here, 1, 2, 3 for carbon number 1, 1, 2, 3 for carbon number 2. So 3 valencies of each carbon atom remains unsatisfied. So each is bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, giving. Now, how many hydrogen I have got? 6. So what I will do, I will write here hydrogens like this. Okay, so 3 hydrogen I have written for carbon number 1. If I take this like this, for carbon number 2, I will write down 3 other hydrogens also here. Right, so now what I see here is the 6 hydrogen I have written like this. Okay, so I need to draw the electron dot structure. So what I will do, your single covalent bond. So the single covalent bond, a pair of electrons I have written here like this, and here I have shared this electron with the hydrogen. Okay, so cross and dot I have put for this. Okay, so as hydrogen and carbon are different elements, so I have put a cross and dot. Okay, I have put only crosses between the carbon as the atoms are same. Okay, so this we need to consider, and that's how we need to write the electron dot structure of ethane. Alright, so if we want to try to write down electron dot structure of next is my propane. How to write down the electron dot structure of propane? Here you will see that in propane I have got the formula is what? C3H8. Right, C3H8. So how many carbons are involved? 3 carbons are involved in this case. Right, so what I will do here, I will write down the 3 carbons and I will write down the single bonds between them. Right, then what I will do, I will write down the, here you see the carbon is tetravalent here. Okay, here tetravalent means 1, 2 bonds have gone, 3 and 4. For the last carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, so I have written the tetravalency of carbon. Right, so now you will see that the remaining, this thing what I need to write down, I need to write down the hydrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 hydrogen, here you see 8 hydrogens are there. What I need to do now, write down the electron dot structure. So every single bond I have written a crosses between the carbon. Here you see a pair of cross I have written. Then for hydrogen what I have done, I have written a cross and a dot for hydrogen like this. Right, so this is how we need to do the electron dot structure of propane. So students, I am sure you have understood how to write down the electron dot structure of ethane and propane, right? So kindly like, share and subscribe my channel Kishore Sir Ki Pathshala for more informative videos.